Hey everybody, what's up? This is Crypto Cody, and I'm so excited to do another video with you guys. And today we're going to be talking about the great EOS, or EOS, however you prefer to call it. And we're going to hop into this, guys. I want to talk about why I think EOS is a really, really great investment. I think that the company is phenomenal, and I think that their marketing strength is just unreal. So I want to hop into these things, talk about them. I want to try to be as brief as I can to the point. So let's hop into it. Now, oh, and by the way, guys, before you make any financial decisions, please don't make any based off of any video, including mine. Do it off of your own personal studies and do it responsibly. You know, if you're going to make a decision financially, make sure that you're the one who decides to own that decision, and don't put anything in that you're not willing to lose, because this is a Wild West crypto space. I think there's a lot of money to be made, but there's also, with that, a lot of money to be lost at the same time. So not everybody wins. But I think you have a great chance if you make sure that you do the right studies. So, and I do think, with that being said, with that little disclaimer in mind, now let's hop into it. I want you guys to understand that I think EOS is a phenomenal investment, okay? Now, if you go to EOS.io, which is their website, it is a phenomenal website. They have some really great information that you can dip into and check out. Watch the, watch this build on a change, build on the EOSIO platform. You know, phenomenal video, great video, and they just kind of explain more about the company. And I don't want to dig into that too much, because that's a whole nother video in and of itself, and you could spend hours just learning about what the developers are doing on this particular platform. It's just unreal. So but before we hop into it, let's check out let's just check out the market actually really quick, if I can find it. Here it is. Yes. Okay, so the market doing a wonderful job of 183 billion. Just recently had a correction, and but I'm excited, guys, because now we're back on the up. I hope that you guys were able to kind of buy the dip. We just had a recent dip, and we're back up, and we're on our way. And our guy right here we're going to talk about today, EOS, doing well at $4.89 in USD value, but it's rank 6. So let's dig into this a little bit here. Okay, so EOS. Now, here's the thing about EOS. When this was created, it was actually created on the ERC20 platform. So it was on the Ethereum platform as an ERC20 token. It then eventually migrated to a coin, so it is now officially a coin, and it's doing really well. Its total supply is basically it's 1 billion, just over a billion, which is, to me, a beautiful number, absolutely beautiful number. I think that this is very low, $4.89 for that kind of a number. And guys, here's the thing. I mean, EOS has seen some serious numbers. Recently, it actually saw, not too long ago, if I can actually get this thing to go back so I can show you guys. Here we go. Hold on one second. It saw about $18. It was about $18. Here it was right here. $18.21 plus, depending on the exchange that you were on. That's phenomenal. I mean, the fact that you can grow somewhere around 5x your money just on what the coin market cap was. And just to make it clear to you guys, you know, back when it was $8, oh yeah, there you go, $18.51. This was back in April of 2020, or I'm sorry, April of 28th, 2018. So the reason why I believe that is because, first of all, they were smart in creating a very long ICO. Their ICO took over a year. And that's, you know, that initial coin offering, what that's doing is that's building up a community, okay? The initial coin offering is building a community. That's all it is. So when you have an ICO that's going through a bear market and going through that, you know, experiencing the downfall of a correction, a very serious correction, it's a really good tool to have for you as far as building strength goes, because people are like hyping up about EOS. They're hyping up, and they're excited about what it's doing. Now, granted, these numbers, I believe, can be a much bigger. I absolutely believe that this, you know, but there's no wonder that why it's ranked 6 is because it's just had such a great strength. The marketing of this particular coin is just out of this world. So they've done a really well job with that. The ICO, it's no wonder to me. Because of how long that ICO was, it just is no wonder to me why they have such a large community. So that's something that they really got going for themselves. Now, a lot of people, you know, are always kind of trying to compare you know, the Ethereum and the EOS and TRX and even Cardano. So these 4 coins are always constantly comparing with each other, and this is probably another video I'm going to make some other time. But guys, the reality is that the only way that I can really explain, you know, it's funny how competitive these companies are, but here's what it comes down to. It's almost like this. It's almost like some of you guys might have Apple, some of you guys might have Android. You know, it's just, there's different perks to those companies. Some people like Samsung, some people, they like Apple. You know, there's so many different arguments as to why people like these different things, but the reality is that they're all wonderful companies trying to serve a greater purpose. And I just think that, you know, there's always going to be a battle of being competitive. I don't personally think that it's all going to just come down to one coin or one company that the entire community invests in. And the reason why I say that is because when you build a community, people really hold on and adopt that community. Now, one thing I will say though is you know, the irony of this entire situation is that Ethereum is the reason why those even exist, because both TRX and EOS were both created off of the Ethereum platform initially as ERC20 tokens. So I personally think that if there is any intrinsic value or any greater value, so to speak, it would be within Ethereum. I think Ethereum is more so like the commodity of these other coins, you know, that were once tokens on this. So think about it kind of like that. You know, I think Ethereum, if I were to say, if you told me how much money should I put into EOS and TRX and Cardano and Ethereum, what I would honestly say, and maybe I'll do another video on this sometime, is I would say that, you know, a larger part of your money should go into Ethereum, more than, in my opinion, a larger percentage of it, because it's less of a risk, in my opinion. The community of Ethereum is much greater than the communities of TRX and EOS. Now, do I like EOS and TRX more than Ethereum? Personally, yes, I do. But I don't see them replacing Ethereum anytime soon. That's just my personal opinion. It's like Bitcoin. We have other companies out there, you know, whether they're forks from Bitcoin or whether they are just, you know, other coins that have been created, like Apollo, for instance, that, you know, has a better performance than Bitcoin does. It doesn't change the community value of Bitcoin. It doesn't. So Tron and EOS have not yet changed the community value of Ethereum. So you just have to accept that. This isn't an argument of which one's better. This is just an argument of, you know, the community's choice of adoption, and that's just what it comes down to. So I think that's something that we need to respect in this crypto community, is have a high respect for that. Okay, but we still, obviously, we want to push whatever coins that we personally believe in. So anyways, sorry about the rant. I just wanted to make that really clear to everybody. Now, I had another gentleman on one of my last videos that was saying that he absolutely hates CoinMarketCalendar. And I understand your reasonings for hating it. I get it. I understand. I'm not going to get into all that. But here's something that I want to encourage you guys to do, is that when you are looking up and doing your research, I don't use CoinMarketCalendar as the all-in-all research. Like, I don't look at this and say, oh yeah, out of 19 people's opinions, 84% chances are this is going to happen. The New York Block Plus Summit will be held on this date and all that. Woohoo. Guys, no, that's not how I make my decisions based on my studies. I click on this button right here, which is the source, okay? Click on the source. Don't just make your decisions based off of what is said on CoinMarketCalendar, okay? I'm just saying CoinMarketCalendar is an awesome tool because it's a decentralized community informational site, okay? But always look at the source, figure out what the source is. If the source is kind of sketchy, then don't trust it. You know, and anyways, that's just, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, that, you know, when you make decisions on studying, make sure you dig deeper and deeper and deeper until you find out really what it's all about. So anyways, so the source of this one, this is Crypto Today, or cryptodaily.co in the UK, and which, by the way, I think is a phenomenal site. A lot of great news comes out on this particular site. So EOS funders, June will be the biggest news since the EOS announcement. Okay, so what they're talking about here is that EOS is going to have a massive announcement in June. We're excited about that. I think that you guys, you know, if you were to ask me if there's a good time to be investing in EOS, and, you know, you got some serious hype that's coming up here in June, now is a good time to be investing in it, in my opinion, because you're going to have some potentially big hype coming up. this gentleman right here, you guys should follow him. He's a phenomenal guy. Misha Ladurim. I'm glad that I'm not the guy who has to read all the names of people when they're graduating from high school, because I would suck at it. But anyways, this guy's a cool guy to follow. Definitely follow him. He's got some information that he's always putting out, but he just recently put out this really interesting statistics on Tron versus Ethereum versus EOS as far as creating decentralized applications, or what people would call as dApps. And it says that Tron is actually in the lead as far as percentage growth in the most recent capturing of statistics of 68% in the growth of new decentralized apps. Okay, so, being 167 new decentralized apps. And then in second place is EOS. EOS has created 81 new decentralized applications of an 18% growth. And then Ethereum at basically is only the 7% growth as of recently. So, as of right now, Tron is in the lead as far as creating decentralized applications goes, then EOS, then Ethereum. A lot of people are always using those statistics as the big arguments as to why EOS is better or Tron is better or Ethereum is better. But guys, again, to me, it's tomato in my opinion. You're comparing apples to oranges. I mean, how many more fruit examples can I give you to get my point across? Like, the reality is that you literally are just, it's either you like this company because of this is what they're doing, or you like this company because this is what they're doing, but they're both trying to serve the greater good. And I believe they're both going to be sticking around for a very long time. I don't think that Tron is going to be replacing, EOS is going to be replacing. I don't think any of these companies are going to be replacing. I just think that they're going to be adding their flavor to this world and building the communities that they want to build, and people are going to pick their company they want to be with. So, but here's the reality, guys. I think that it's actually going to remain in the top 10 cryptocurrencies, because, and the reason why I say that is because they're solving some seriously big problems. This is all about decentralization. And, I really think that this is a very large, if not probably the most broad point of cryptocurrency, is being able to have decentralized applications. And I think that EOS is doing a phenomenal job with it. And I think that, when you have a total supply of 1 billion, just over 1 billion, these numbers, guys, could potentially, if not go, who knows? I mean, I really think that this thing can soar right up past $15, $20, no problem, even this year. Now, maybe not, but you're playing with, when you start having a max supply of only 1 billion, the reality is that those coins have the potential, especially within the top 10 ranks, in my opinion, has the potential to go up to even $100 per coin. So that's just in my opinion, and then we're talking about our market capitalization of $1 trillion, 800 billion to $1 trillion, for you to see numbers like that. But I believe that you will see numbers like that. And I think that, if EOS was, if we were to actually see the numbers that they were at after the initial coin offering, when we were in a bull market, I think that people would be jumping all over this thing, because I don't think people really understand how much money this thing actually is worth. This is very, very undervalued in my opinion. So so a lot of great things to come out with EOS. I think that it's a wonderful investment. I think that you should definitely be putting put in a good size amount of your portfolio into it. But I would encourage you guys and just remind you guys that it's not just EOS. If we're talking about the project alone, okay, EOS, I would put your money, if we're talking specifically about the project, I would put some of your money into Ethereum, if not the majority, then put some money into EOS, and then into Cardano, and then into Tron, because they're all trying to serve the greater good. And it's just like, why not have a little piece of the pie for everything? Because they're all serving the same thing. That's basically what they're doing. They all have different things that they're doing, but they're all basically aiming towards this decentralization. And I think that that's just an awesome concept. So anyways, guys, that's basically all I wanted to share with you all today. Do your research. Be ready for EOS in June. There's some big news that's going to be coming up. Pay attention to that. Follow them on Twitter. I think this guy is a phenomenal guy for you guys to follow. He's always putting out great information, especially on these particular companies. But the reality is, guys, is that we are just moving closer and closer to a mass of adoption for just cryptocurrency in general, and I think EOS is going to play a large part of it really excited about that. So please leave a comment, guys. I want to be able to give you guys some TRX. Like this video, and let's just continue to make some great, awesome stuff. Love you all. Crypto Cody out.